Hi everyone, if this is your third or fourth time back, subscribe. If you want my videos in your algorithm, like it. If you want my videos to appear in other people's algorithm, like it. Cool. This video is about why I think that Akashi's wife's podcast has stopped. I don't think it was Ashkosh or Ashkash, however you pronounce it, that stopped her podcast. I think I don't think Ashkash loves himself, and I think Ashkash is in love um, with this woman, even though she disrespects him, and I think that he sees her above him. So I don't really think Ashkash or Ashkosh had a problem with the way she was disrespecting him and talking about him blatantly in front of his face, or about other men or other stuff. I think Ashkosh just believed that he was, I don't know why, but he just believed that he was happy to be with her, and he got a catch, even though she was disrespecting him 24/7, and she was just like rude, and she didn't even want to be a housewife, you know. I think what happened, why this ended, was Andrew, because I believe this has been how his relationship has been. The only thing that happened changed is that she got a podcast, and then it was known to the world his who whose wife she was. Then what happened is that people obviously started commenting and Tashkas, and I think he just didn't care. I think what happened was Andrew Schultz saw how much Ashkash was getting, or Akash was getting dissed, and he realized on the flagrant videos that 90% of the comments were negative. And then Andrew realized, hey, my brand and my career and your career are linked. They're intertwined. Like, if you do bad, if you're seen to be a simp and a cuck and a loser, and we're on the same show, my brand is getting pulled down too. And Andrew realized, yeah, because to be one of the biggest podcasts and stuff, you've got to have some intelligence and some self awareness and some kind of marketing skills and some kind of understanding of people. Especially if you're a comedian, you definitely understand people. And Andrew sort of shows, I think he gave Ashkash or Akash an ultimatum. He said, bro, I've worked too hard. Look, out of me and you, I'm the big name. And this is my life. I have a family, I have kids, I have responsibilities, and I worked hard and I got to where I was without you. And now you've joined me and we were killing it together. You made it on your own, I made it on my own. But I'm the bigger name. Now, I am not going I am not getting my career destroyed because you can't keep your wife in check. Because there's Ashkash, it's impossible for Ashkash to be dissed and insulted without flagrant being insulted. Andrew can't, if if the dislikes on the videos, yeah, regardless of what topics they got on there, are more dislikes than likes, Andrew's business is starting to go downhill. And Akash, I think if Akash had his own channel, Akash would have let his wife carry on doing her podcast, and he would have went downhill. His channel would have been rocked, and he would have stayed with her until the end. Yeah, I believe that because I believe that Ashkash is in love with her, and he feels that he's got a catch, and he doesn't mind taking the disrespect because he thinks if I let her go, it's his first relationship, and I think first marriage, and I think he feels that if I let her go, I won't get anyone else as that. So I believe Akash, he would have let the channel go down together, and he would have seen it as that. He would have seen it as that. Well, it's my wife, you know. If they're gonna diss her, then you know what I'm saying. Like, one, she won't stop if I tell her to. Two, if I tell her to stop, she might run away. And Ashkash was just willing to go down, but Andrew said, "Hey, hey, hey, hey." When Andrew started noticing that the dislikes and stuff, because trust me, she wants to do the back. She wants to do the podcast. But I think Andrew told Andrew told her, listen, I'm gonna kick you off flagrant. And she knows, I think she knows that if he gets kicked off flagrant, yeah, because his comedy's already going downhill. So I think she's smart enough to know, even though she's a bitch and evil, she's smart enough to know one of the main sources of income Ashkash has is flagrant. His comedy is bombing now because I'm an evil bitch, yeah, but I'm not gonna stop being an evil bitch. So the whole thing is this: if Ashcast gets kicked off flagrant, the money's gonna be all right, yeah, but it's not gonna be like how it was when he was on flagrant. Because I don't know whether Akash makes more money from his own private stuff or he makes it from flagrant. But let's just say it's equal. Say it was 50. He makes the same money on both his own comedian stand up and flagrant. Once he gets kicked off flagrant, yeah, and while his wife is still doing his podcast and stuff, yeah, his comedy is going down because even now his comedy is at his comedy shows they keep it like insulting him about his wife. So Andrew Schultz, I think he told him, he either said to him, listen, it's either her podcast stops or you get off my podcast. Or he said to both of them, listen, either, yeah, Jesselyn or whatever your name is, you stop your podcast or I'm kicking him off my podcast. Now I ask you pretty please with sugar on top here, please stop your podcast. If you don't listen, Ashcaf is gone. Yeah? And I think what she realized, she loves money. She loves money so much that she knows that Andrew is not gonna tolerate the crap. So she put in because she knew that I don't want to go back to be broke. No, she's a housewife. She doesn't even want to clean. She says she's not gonna clean and she's not gonna bloody clean up. Definitely does not want to go back to struggle life. So when Andrew said that and he said it firmly, she said, "Okay, I'm a attention whore, so I still do stuff on TikTok. But as for that podcast, Andrew said that podcast, your podcast with your whole friend, yeah, your whole podcast, yeah, your prostitute podcast, it has to stop. You diss Ash Cash, you're dissing Flagrant. Cut it. No more episodes, more seasons. The ones you recorded are not coming. It's a wrap. Pack the podcast equipment up, put it in the bloody cupboard, put a padlock on it. It's done. Finito. Finish. Over day or whatever it is. It's done. And yeah, she just realized if I want the money, Akash has to be on flagrant. If for him to be on flagrant, yeah, Akash has to stop getting dissed. So that means my podcast has to stop. Anyway, that's my 2 pence. You let me know in the comments what you think.